Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
Get us underway.
Let's see what he can do with the return. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. The age of the game-breaking tight end is here, Jesse, and we have another guy who is threatening to redefine this position.
Yeah, we've seen over the years now the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not just blocking and catching passes. They're getting involved now in the running game. We're seeing tight ends even throw the football, David. This guy can do it all.
And why is that so difficult? Because as a defender, what do I want to play you as? Do I want to play you with an extra linebacker on the field, or do I bring in a DB? And either way, I can be wrong. The big, strong bodies that can also be receivers and also block, they make the game easy.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Pulls it in, it's Smothers. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down, because now you know I got to pass the football, I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Fires to the wideout. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. The Wolverines offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable.
Sprinting away! That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the run. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room, it's Haynes. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed him.
But he barely got the ball. He just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Dropping back, it's Underwood. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up 1st and goal.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan!
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Anderson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Running back searching for a hole. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Hardy. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They'll run play action. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
No, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that 1st down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Catch in the middle. It's Haynes. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field, paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniforms and how they fit their uniforms, but the style, always the same. Line up, hit you right in the mouth. That's who Michigan is.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. To throw, it's Underwood. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Here's the handoff. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll try the right side. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab, it's Simpson. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I love the job the quarterback does surveying the defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Underwood. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Anderson.
Second down pass. Complete to the wideout. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Wolfpack line up facing 3rd and approximately half a mile. Back to throw. It's Bailey. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Raleigh has given us a fun first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas in Carter Finley Stadium.
North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Off the play fake on first down. On on target over the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
He had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers out there.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That's caught. It's Simpson. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Going to the ground. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of their way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate. There he goes. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
When I think you're seeing the mental approach this offense is taking now, with a nice lead here late in the 3rd quarter, they're satisfied to just run the ball and chip away at this clock. This has been a really good-looking drive. Plenty of plays. They're staying on the field. They're bleeding and ticking this clock away. Nice job there getting it done on the ground.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Underwood. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Grimes. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Picks up. Brings up second down.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Using the quick game. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee. This offense has been suffocated by a sea of maize and blue, reminiscent of what the national champion Wolverine D did in '97, holding their opponents to single digits.
And it's at every level. I mean, just a great job being physical up front, locking down in the secondary. Michigan defenses are always on point. They don't give up silly, stupid plays. They just don't do that.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Wants to throw, it's Bailey. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. To the air on second down. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, and if you're wondering why this offense hasn't scored in this game, it's plays like that. Not only have they not been able to execute running or throwing the football, they've had penalty problems, but it's turnovers as well. And here in the 4th quarter, ball security coming back to bite this offense, giving that one up.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble.
Design quarterback runs, there's so many of them, so many ways to do it. But either way, it's about getting that extra blocker and getting a dynamic athlete. These quarterbacks are all dynamic athletes. They're basically running backs now playing quarterback, trying to get them in space, and you can see he does the rest. He can chew up those yards quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. To the air, it's Bailey. Here's a throw downfield late. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand.